Hello everybody, it's here with the Japanese Train here, back with a review again. It's been quite a long time since I've had another upload, let alone another review. My last review is actually, in fact, Marion, another Tale of the Brave character, which has not been uploaded yet, and it's at least a couple months old. So, without further ado, let's get to opening and reviewing Gator and Timothy. So, these models are actually pretty cheap, considering how they're the newer models. I was expecting them to be a lot more expensive. Gator was only about, I think he was only like $12.99 off of Amazon, and Timothy I think was about the same price. So that's good. Put Gator down. What was I gonna say? Oh yes, I was actually expecting the boxes to have little bits of plastic in them, like they usually had in the past, to hold the engines in place and all that, but I guess it's a pleasant surprise actually. I didn't like all that plastic in there, in the box. I don't know, something about it just I didn't like, but it's not like it hurt anything, it's just plastic filling. I've tried not to spoil the movie for myself. Recently they released like the points in the movie, little clips in the movie where all the characters get introduced, and I've been struggling not to just watch them, you know. So let's get started with Timothy. Now Timothy here, he's an engine based on a little steam engine, I think, from the Bell Locomotive Works. It's a New York engine. Really, I'm really pleasantly surprised with how accurate this Timothy model is. I was a bit put off by the prototype. I thought, oh no. And I actually, Jay Livier, who beat me to this review, I actually like the fact that they have this little plastic stuff around the sides, kind of like Toby or Mavis. And I like the detail. The detail is actually very nice. I haven't seen detail like this since, you know, older models, in fact. Maybe even more. You know, it's got, I had just noticed that it's got a little thing in the phone. It's pretty cool. Really good looking face. Pretty accurate. It's got this little white stub down there, but that's nothing unusual for the Thomas Wooden Railway. A little boiler. Very nice. Very accurate. It's nothing like, I might have an example, it's nothing like these models, like this old James, where they're bloated and looks a bit bigger than it would be typically. This is actually really, really accurate. Excuse me. And yeah, there's a little bit of plastic in the model, but you know, no more amount of plastic than was in Toby. Besides, of course, the smoke box, or this little, I think this is a water tank, so it's not that bad. The curtains, really strange to me how this engine has curtains, but alright, you know, I ain't complaining. To what Jay Louvier said, how they should have put some detail in here, I do kind of agree with that, but I think it's also kind of hard to do with the way, like, what certain details there might be in there, because how would you show, like, for example, the gauges, or maybe you could show a seat, maybe where the driver would stand or something. That'd be kind of interesting if they had the driver and fireman illustrated in there. But other than that, pretty good engine. He's pretty small too, if I have a side-by-side comparison with Toby. He's a bit smaller. Strange, because we typically see different sizes for the different engines, but alright. So that is Timothy from the new movie Tale of the Brave. And now moving on to Gator. Now Gator, I really enjoy this character. I don't know what it is, but there's something about him that just really pops. I guess it's because I like the color green. It's my favorite color, and there's green all over this model. My one gripe, I think, would have to be the face. If the camera will focus. This is a new camera, by the way. There we go. And something I noticed with this Gator model that's different from J. Louvier's is that mine's looking off to the, I guess we'd call that northeast corner. He's looking off to the top and the right. And I think J. Louvier's was looking downward, I believe. So that's new. But of course not every model is going to be the same. And I do agree with everybody. This face is much too big for the character. Although it's a pretty accurate face. Gotta give him that. It's a pretty accurate face. I do not like how there's this much plastic in this part of the engine. I don't think it's necessary to have all this plastic. I think that if they had just kept it going wood all the way up to the face, and maybe made the details up here plastic, of course. But, you know, I guess it's just Mattel saving money. Plastic bogies. They don't extend as far as I thought they would. Actually, he might have some trouble on this curve. Let me show you. Yeah, he's a fair bit of trouble going on tight curves because his wheels, it's too hard of a turn for his wheels. And this is Thomas Wooden Railway track. So that's strange, to say the least. But overall, very accurate, I think, besides, of course, the face and other minor details. In the prototype, we did not see his little nameplate here. I'll allow the camera to focus so we can see this. It's a golden nameplate with his name in green. There we go. Pretty good looking. I like his cab. I like the detail. Is it just me, or does Gator have two funnels? Because I remember seeing in the promos and the pictures and everything, there's like a funnel here and a funnel back here. Very strange character indeed. But, you know, Thomas and Friends is full of strange characters. I mean, just look at Marion. And, you know, you can name a few others. Cranky, etc., etc. But I'm actually pretty excited for this new special, Tale of the Brave, and I'm really, really happy with these models overall. I think it's magnificent what Mattel has done to the Thomas Wooden Railway. I mean, at first, I think they got off to a slow start, but gradually they build it, and it's perfect now. I mean, have you seen the Thomas Wooden Railway website? Custom engines. I've been waiting to make a custom engine, and there it is. So that's going to wrap up this review. I will be back with some more episodes of Sodor Stories, and I will be back with more reviews in the future, and of course, more Tale of the Brave characters. This has been Hero the Japanese Train, and signing off.